How y'all doing on this beautiful Wednesday? Hump day. How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. To God be the glory. Yes, we did. Wanda, now you the first. How you gonna beat me here, Wanda? Gots to be more careful. Wanda is the first. Wanda, tired of y'all playing with her. Don't be playing with Wanda. That's my number one sister. How y'all doing on this beautiful Wednesday? To God be the glory again. Thank God for each and every one of y'all that tune into my channel every day. And yes, I am late because I was outside window shopping. Wasn't, but was outside doing a couple of things, Um, went seeing a couple of people. hmm Went to see a man by the horse too. But the horse had passed away. It was the girl. Wanda, did they have the time on it? Did they have 9 o'clock? Was the time 9 o'clock on there? Cause somebody had changed the time for me. My nephew had changed the time. Or it had 9 o'clock. So it ain't like they sleeping. They up. You know why they up? Cause they cooking that nasty food. They prepping the nasty food. Gots to be more careful. Right, strength? Wrong, yo. All right, then. Hey, Dana girl. Hey, Queens. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Queen. All the queens in the building. Y'all, we be having more queens than kings. How about that? We be having all the queens on. Hey, Karen. How you doing? We be having all the queens be on here. So whenever we do our little meet and greet from city to city, hey Gigi, from city to city, we gonna have a lot of queens. So it's the first city. I think we doing Lafayette or we doing New Orleans. But the first we starting in March. We start in March. Y'all, the queens say hey to the queens on here, even if you don't know her. A lot of us don't know each other personally, but we know each other because we on here. How about that? Gots to be more careful. We got Nola in the building. Is Thibodeau in the building. Is I was in Thibodeau. And I was in Thibodeau about, I think that was like a month ago, going to 2 months. I was in Thibodeau. I went to a convention. What you say you gonna make two different of those cities? Hey, Roslyn. Good night. Yo, Roslyn say good night. Good night to everybody. Say good night. Y'all know. Oh, y'all, we got 3 likes. Then I be asking y'all when y'all come in the building, can y'all just press the like button? Can y'all just speak when y'all come in the building and make sure y'all press the thumbs up, not down? Hey, Queens. Hey, Crystal. Y'all, the topic for the night is like if you got a friend or you got a mama, not if. We ain't gonna put an if on it. I love you more. We ain't gonna put an if on. All of us got somebody that we love, right? Even if it's a female or a male, we got people that we love, right? So the topic for the day is if you find out that somebody you love, spouse is cheating on them, would you tell them? That's what the topic is today. But we're gonna wait till some more people come on here before we start talking about that. So that's what we're gonna be talking about today. That should be very interesting. And then another day we're gonna talk about finances and stuff like that. But all my regular people, like a lot of y'all, I ain't never seen y'all on here before, but thank y'all for being on here, But I guess they was looking for me at 7 o'clock. and realized that I was going live at 9 o'clock. So they might be sleeping or napping. They ain't sleeping. I ain't finna take up for them. They ain't sleeping. They ain't sleeping. Because when I go live at 7, I usually go live from 7 to 9. So they might be in the kitchen and doing their little whatever they doing or whatever. But y'all, they got 6 likes with 9 people. So can we make the lights go up? The other people, I guess they'll find out that we on here, and if they don't, a lot of people been doing a lot of like running around. Some people still in Walmart until they close. Walmart over here closed at 11. I think the other one closed at 9 in different areas. So some people still running around like a chicken with the neck cut off. Hey, Queen. Say happy Wednesday and happy Thanksgiving to the people that celebrate Thanksgiving. Because y'all know some people, like Jehovah's Witness, they don't celebrate holidays. Or you gonna make it to 2 of them? You gonna make it to Lafayette in New Orleans? Y'all, I told y'all I was gonna get some more candy. I was trying to, the reason why I ain't never start the topic yet, because I'm just trying to give some more people a little time to come in. So, y'all listening. So, y'all know tomorrow is Thanksgiving, right? Y'all know y'all gonna be out and about. And tomorrow, make sure you put on some warm clothes because it's gonna be cold tomorrow, and for the weekend it's supposed to rain, right? So, can some of y'all just be on your best behavior? Because, girl, you know you're going somewhere where they don't like you, right? And y'all, it be more women on here than men, so I could talk about certain things, but I be wanting men to be on here too, so I could talk about them too. So, you know your sister-in-law don't like you, right? Right? You know your in-laws don't like you. But can you just be on your best behavior and don't curse nobody out? Don't curse them out tomorrow. But if they start acting some kind of way or making you feel in some kind of way, just leave. Just say, I ain't want to come here anyway. When they start acting some kind of way, just ease out the house and leave. And they're going to be looking for you. Because people, it's so messy. Especially when tomorrow I'm going by. My family got an Airbnb. So I'm going to get a chance to be with my mother, my brother, my sisters, my sister-in-law, my cousins. So everybody going to show up and show out tomorrow. So I'm not going to be too messy, but I'm going to be messy. So I had to stop by my mama's house on my way home, right? And my mama's, she said, my brother went in there. He said, I said, ask my mom if she finished cooking or whatever like that. No, because my mama liked to cook the night and going into the next day. She don't like to cook days ahead. And I respect that. See what I'm saying? So my brother said, she said the bell peppers, she ain't like how they came out. So with milk. So I told my brother, I said, tell her still send me one out there. I want to taste it. So he brought me one out there, and it was good because she was standing right there by the car, and I was eating it. All right, nephew, we got a king in the building. Yes, we do. Hey, nephew. So she was standing right by my car, and I had my window down, right, and it was cold. It was cold out there. So I was eating the food. So I wanted to say, girl, it's cold outside. Why don't you just go inside? But she was waiting for me to eat the pepper to see how it tastes, to see what I was going to say. So I ain't going to lie, y'all. She get a thumbs up. The pepper was good, right? I don't eat the whole pepper. Y'all eat the whole pepper? If somebody give y'all a bell pepper, do y'all eat the whole pepper? Because I don't do that. I eat everything that's inside of it, but I'm not finna eat no bell pepper like that. I don't give a damn if it's sauteed or if it's soft or none of that. I'm not eating no bell pepper like that. I eat what's inside of it, but I didn't literally saw people eat the whole goddamn pepper. Yeah, I don't eat the inside, but they do have people that eat the whole pepper. Nephew, you eat the whole pepper? Or if it's soft? Not me. I don't. Yeah, it be soft and it was soft and it was burl. Yeah, but I'm not gonna eat the whole pepper. To me, like bell pepper, give your food a little spice to it, and I can't eat no bell pepper like that. If it's cut down inside of my food, like my stew stuff or something like that, or my red beans, bell pepper, something like that, chopped up in my beans or something like that, where it's cooked down. Yeah, that's one thing. But me to eat it like that, I'm not eating it like that. I'm not eating no bell pepper like that. And a lot of people do. But her bell peppers was good. So tomorrow I ain't taste nobody else food. So yeah, I'm going tomorrow and I'm gonna be messy. I can't wait to be messy. So can't. The whole thing. Hey Cynthia, hey Queen. You're a bell pepper lover. You eat all the different colored bell peppers. You eat the red, the yellow, and the green. That's where your vitamins. Oh, so they say they got vitamins in the bell peppers if you eat them like that. I ain't cooking for who? I ain't got nobody to cook for. I ain't got nobody to cook for. It's just me and my house and me and Jehovah. I ain't got nobody to cook no food for. Nope. Get somebody else to do it. Oh, you don't eat the orange one? Wow. At one time, I didn't even know they had all them different color bell peppers. I love to cook with bell peppers. I love bell pepper, but I'm not gonna eat no raw bell pepper. I'm not really raw because it done been in the oven. But I'm not gonna eat no bell pepper after I done ate everything from out it. No, I don't like it like that because it got a little spice to it. Oh, they good for you? Oh wow. Maybe I try it tomorrow if it's soft. I try and see if I can eat. If I can't eat it, I'm not gonna eat it. But I'm gonna try it since you're tomorrow. Yeah, Paul, thank y'all for having the lights up. Yeah, I'm gonna try it tomorrow. But I'm still, and they playing the game. So I ain't helping. No, I ain't gotta help my mama cook. My mama don't like nobody help her cook. And I'm not helping nobody cook. No. Because if I be in the kitchen, I'm gonna won't taste this and taste that. Let her do her thing. Chloe, yeah, your daughter is. Chloe always help my mama cook. Yeah, she fell asleep. She did. Because I went over there, I asked for her. Right. So I'm going to try, Cynthia. I'm going to try and see if I could eat some of the bell pepper since y'all say it's good for you. And if it's nasty, I'm going to tell you about yourself. Got to be more careful. So I'm going to try because of you saying it's good for you. But if it's nasty, I'm going to tell you about yourself. Is. And what else good for you? Because what else good for your so you won't be constipated? Because I'm always constipated, man. I hate that. And that's not a good feeling. And I be trying to take all kind of stuff. Like, you know, I had the doctor to prescribe something for me. It worked one time. And then when I tried to take something again, it didn't even work. That's a horrible feeling. It really is. So all y'all going by y'all in-laws tomorrow? It don't really taste like nothing. So it isn't, if you have food inside of it, it should have a little saute to it because of the stuff that's inside of it. Spinach. I like spinach, like when people put eggs, you know, like when they cook the spinach and they have the eggs in it, like the eggs on top of it or something like that. I do like spinach like that. I do. Right. Spinach. Yeah, I like spinach too. I really do. I like to eat spinach too. And you know what I really, really like? I like uh okra, smothered okra. I really, really like that with shrimps and smoked sausages. I love smothered okra. I never cooked that before, but I really, really love that. I'm gonna get somebody to show me how to cook that because I really, really like that. I like smothered okra. Oh, you cook yours with egg? Oh yeah, I like spinach with eggs. It'd be real, real good. I like that. I really do. And then y'all, you know what? Today, like yesterday when we was on the live, they was talking about the super chat, right? So a super chat is, I think somebody could send you a super chat. Say like all y'all commenting on my page. A super chat is somebody could pass all of y'all up, and I could read their comment, and they comment could stay up there. And I see they comment, and it's like, I guess it's like they pinning their comment to the chat, and it's called, they paid for a super chat. That's what somebody was trying to explain it to me today, what a super chat is, because I was like, I don't know about no super chat. They say that they can buy a super chat, and that mean they could skip in front of all y'all that's asking questions and be at the top. And I see, excuse me, and they question gonna stay right there where I can see it, because I never heard of it. I never heard a super chat until yesterday. But yo, let's talk about this. So if you got a friend, or not if you got a friend, yeah, if you got a friend, because some people don't have friends. But all right, say your mama, her husband, or your stepdaddy or your daddy cheat on your mama and you know about it. Would you tell your mama? If you know that your daddy is cheating on your mama and you love your mama, and you love your daddy, right? Would you tell your mama that your dad is cheating on her? Or Miralax, that don't work for me. The Miralax don't work for me. I had that. But anyway, so you'll tell you going with your daughter. So if my daddy cheat on my mama, I think I would have told my mama. Knowing me, her messy daughter, I think I'll tell you too. Yeah, I think I'll tell my mama. Would you tell your sister, or would you tell your brother? If you see your brother wife cheating on him, would you tell your brother? Or what if you got a relationship with both of them and you love both of them, but at the same time, because this what happens sometimes, y'all. Say like if I tell my mama that my daddy was cheating, right? And say they get into an altercation, right? And say after the altercation, they might be mad at each other for a while, and then they wind up back together, and she wind up telling them that I told her, and now they both is in cahoots and they mad What the mama mad with me because I told, and not the mama and the daddy. You know what I'm saying? You're damn if you do, and you're damn if you don't. You will speak about the father first, and if it happens again, I would say, or you'll let him do it, and then if it happen again, right? Slime Oakley, right? So you'll just warn him and let him know that if you do it again, or I find out you still sleeping with the woman, then you're gonna tell your mama. So you'll never tell your mama. I don't know. I think I'll tell my mama. I think I'll tell my mama. And I just be thinking about, we got to think about, what if it wind up bad or somebody get hurt? You know what I'm saying? What if you tell your daddy that your mama cheating and your daddy is somebody that's, a narcissist, somebody that's, like crazy, somebody that's like, go off and go in a rage and all that. And then now you caught up in a situation where you be saying, if I shoulda, woulda, coulda, I shouldn't have said nothing. I should have just kept my mouth shut. But at the same time, it's like, you damn if you do, and you damn if you don't. Now, what if it's the situation where it's your best friend, and your best friend's spouse is cheating on her or him, and you want to tell your best friend, but you know how your best friend is, so you hesitant, but you want to tell them, but once you tell them, then you and she might go back and tell him that now me, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna speak for me. If me and my friend is good friends and her dude cheat on her and I see it, I'm not gonna wait till the next day. I'm gonna call her right then and there and say, you do, and but this what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna make it like I'm gonna call her on the phone, say we in the club and he all under a girl or she all under a dude or whatever. I'm gonna get on the phone or I'm gonna text you and let you pop up. See what I'm saying? So you can see yourself. Unlike me telling you, see what I'm saying? But if it came down to where I saw it and you wasn't around, me being messy like I'm telling. You say it really depends on. It really depends on how the relationship is between you and your mama. No, I would tell him how I felt about him doing that to my mother, and if he don't end it, then you would tell. Wow. But look, Rosalind, he could tell you that he ended and really didn't end it. How about that? He could tell you, don't say nothing or whatever, but it's going to always be in the back of your mind. You know what I'm saying? And say like he not doing for your mama like he was, and he lacking in paying the bills or lacking in helping your mom and stuff like that. You don't think you'll tell her, because in your mind you'll be like, well, that's why he not handling his business over here, because he got a side woman, an outside woman. You know what I'm saying? So you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. But I think me, knowing how I am, I can't hold it in. I can't. And then if he the type where if he tried to get out the way with me, I will tell you in front of him. If your dude would try to play on me, I will tell you in front of him. I wouldn't give a damn if he did all kind of shit in his life. But when we get in front of you, I say, tell old girl, you was trying to mess with me. Tell old girl. And then they eat much got some of them a turn on you for telling them. How about that? Some of them will stop being your friend for you telling them, because they wind up going back to them. I know somebody fell out with their friend because they went back and told their dude. The dude was dogging them out, treating them bad and all that. And somebody told them. And when somebody told them, she went back and told exactly who told her. And now her and her friend is not friends no more. Got to be more careful. How about that? How about that? Why would you go back and tell him that your friend told him that she saw you with somebody else? Why would you even go back and tell him that? You ain't even have to tell. It could have been, he could have thought somebody else, even though he saw me as the friend, but it was other people saw him too. See what I'm saying? But why you had to go and tell him, oh, my friend saw you and my friend said you was laying up and you was all under that girl in a club and she was all in between your legs and all that. To me, I don't like that, because if your friend consulted with you and told you, why would you throw your friend under the bus? I'm just saying. Why would you throw your friend under the bus when she was just looking out for you? That's how a lot of females and a lot of males are not friends no more, because somebody then saw him cheating, and when y'all got in the bed and you went back, y'all started pillow talking, and then you told him, who told you? Wow. Now your friend that was being loyal to you is not your friend no more, because you threw your friend under the bus. And even though your friend told you, he's still cheating on you. She's still cheating on you. And you don't care. How about that? So you lost a good friend, because if you was a real friend, you wouldn't have never threw your friend under the bus. Got to be more careful. So it's a different when it's a mother and a father, because you love your daddy and you love your mama. So what if your mama cheating on your daddy and you got a good daddy and your daddy be home, he pay the bills, he don't be out there in the streets, but your mama like to go out there in the streets? Would you tell your daddy if you know your mama was cheating? Would you tell your daddy the same thing you'll tell your mama? I'm asking for a friend. Because you'll tell on your daddy. Would you tell on your mama? I'll wait. That's all I want to know. We got 12 likes and 14 people. All I want to know is, would you tell on your mama? Because guess what? If you don't tell on your mama, that means you're showing favoritism, especially if you got a good daddy. But if it was your daddy, you'll tell on your daddy. Got to be more careful. You said no. Roslyn, you said no. So you going to the hell to the no. So you're not gonna rat on your mom. You gonna stick beside her. Hey, queen. Yo, we got another queen in the building. We got our other queen. I bought you something today too, queen. We got our other queen in the building. I know you're late, but you're here. That's all that matters. So, Rosalind said, y'all. Let me tell y'all what Rosalind said. Let me tell y'all what Rosalind said. Rosalind said she would tell on her daddy, but if our mama is cheating on her daddy, she would not. I'm gonna repeat, she would not tell on her mama. Her mama could cheat and she gonna stick beside her. So Rosalind, girl, where your daddy? Rod, you know I'm messy, right? Where your daddy? Because I'm gonna tell her. Girl, Roslyn, where's your daddy? Because I'm going to tell him. So you're showing favoritism? So you're showing favoritism. I'm going to tell that man, make sure he don't buy you nothing again in life. I ain't lying, Rise. I'm going to take your side. I ain't telling my mama. My daddy shit. I'm sure when I have that conversation and I go talk to Jehovah tonight, I'm sure going to tell you that. I ain't gonna lie, Rise. I ain't gonna lie, Rise. I'm on your side. I wouldn't give a damn. I ain't telling on my mom. My mama could have 2 men, and she could go see a man by the horse if she wanted. In my eyes, I'm still gonna stick beside. And that is so wrong for us to be like that. That ain't right. And we want to talk about we practice what we preach. Lord, forgive us because we know what we do. That's not right. So what would you do in a situation with your friend? Right. Right. What would you do if it was your friend and her significant other was cheating on her and you see him? Would you go back and tell her? Because, right, I'm going to go tell my friend is, I'm most definitely going to tell my friend. Mm-hmm. Better yet, I'm going to leave the club and go. Better yet, as soon as I see it and she at home, I'm going to leave the club. She could be at home and asleep. Lord, forgive me. See, we can't be thinking like that because what if we going to wake this girl up out of her sleep or wake this boy up out of their sleep and somebody gets sent to the hospital? Now it's on our couch. And what if you do all that? Because I could be honest with y'all. Because my sisters and my brothers had came to beat my husband up. My sisters and my brothers, they had came to beat my husband up. And when they had left, we had went back together. My sister, my brother, and my sons, everybody pull up. They had sticks and bats, mace, guns. I'm sorry, pum-pums. And they was about to beat him. They were going to beat him half the day. And as soon as they pulled out, he was like, why you call your people? I wasn't going to do you nothing. Well, I know you weren't going to do me that. And I let him inside. He said, I'm sorry. That's all he had to say. And I hid it from my my sisters and my brothers. I hide it from them for a long time. When they used to call to check on me, I wasn't answering the phone. And he'll say, why you ain't answering your phone? And said to him, I said, because I don't feel like talking. Because I didn't want them to know I went back with it. So they had a meeting, a family meeting, got to be Mocha. And all of them was sitting around talking about me, talking about how stupid I was. They was talking about how stupid I was. Was I stupid? I don't care if I was stupid. So what? I ain't want to be by myself. It was the weekend. It was Friday. I was madly in love. And I had wanted something. I'm just saying, I ain't want to be by myself that weekend. I'm just saying. He had looked cute that day. Him had on some nice clothes, and him looked cute. Yes. So they had stopped talking to me for a while, the family. Nobody, they held the family meeting about me. So they said next time something happen, they said make sure you don't call us. And I said, it's not like I'm the only one. My sister had a fight with her boyfriend too. I wasn't the only one getting in altercations behind they female or they male. See what I'm saying? My sister and all of them, they was getting into it with their dudes too. And y'all forget them, but they ain't want to forget me because I went right back. It wasn't even 24 hours. So I'm warning y'all, if I get a new man and we get into it, just mind your business. just mind your business. Because I'm going back. Most definitely going back. My sister came outside with no shoes, with one contact in her eye. She had one contact and the other one was somewhere else. She came outside. She had a bat. I wasn't about to let them be. They just didn't know I was going to take off. All because he was looking good that night. What people do. So again, girl, is you going to tell your friend? Is you gonna tell your friend? Yes. The answer is yes. Now they got a lot of people that fell out with their friends, their sister, their brother, their cousin, their mama, their papa, because you should have just mind your business. And you say, I was only trying to help. And now you're in the doghouse for trying to help. Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. So what we do, we mind our business. Do we mind our business? Because it seems like when we tell on people, we get the worst end of the stick. I done told on a lot of people, and now them people, they teamed up on me like I was. Some people, they listening, and they lurking, and they watching. And no matter what you say or what they say, you're going to be in your feelings and saying, I don't want to be with him no more. I promise you I don't want to be with him no more. I'm tired of him. He been cheating on me. He ain't been giving me no money. He blew the money. He ain't paying no bills. You're going to say all that. And all he got to do is call you and tell you, or she call you and tell you something that you want to hear. And you're going to forget about everything you didn't say. Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. Been there, done that. I mean, it's just human nature. All of us can say, I promise you I don't want to be with him no more. I'm so tired of him. And be crying, boo-hoo crying. I'm so tired of him. Every time you look around, it's a different girl I can't even name. I'm so tired of him treating on me. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I mean, hard down crying. Right? I promise you I don't want to be with him. You done packed all this shit and hoping he don't come get it. Let me tell y'all. So I used to pack shit, but not all of it. I used to put shit in a garbage bag, but not everything. Mm-hmm. Not everything. That's when you not really done. Because when I really was done, I was dumping shit in front of her door when I was done. But when I'm not really done, I'm going to give you a little bit. I'm going to give you a little here. And if it's cold outside and you got a windbreaker, I'm not going to give you the big jacket. I'm going to give you the windbreaker because I know you're going to be looking for the trench coat because it's cold outside. That's the kind of games we play, some of us. I did. I'm a living witness to that. I did. You'll get some of You'll get some of your shit, but you're not getting out. Especially if it's some shit I bought, I'm most definitely keeping it. I'm not lying. Girl, oh well, you ain't me and I ain't you. If I bought the cologne, that's staying. If I bought some new underwears, new t-shirts, new socks and all that shit there, you ain't getting none of that. Gots to be more careful. Sure not. Let her buy it. Because I'm going to keep the shit that I bought. You cheat on me and you think you going to walk out of my life with the shoes that I bought? Not doing it. That's why they say don't buy him no shoes because they're going to walk out your life with them same shoes. And he did. I'm just saying. And then they be around here talking about them big girls and all that kind of stuff there. And yeah, nobody don't want them little fat ass girls and all that. Well, he sure left me for a big girl. He left me for a double wide. Did. Did. Sure did. And she wasn't an attractive one. Got to be more careful. Yeah. See the women that they drag for and they talk about them like a dog? That's the ones they gonna be with. Nobody don't want her. You know what? Ain't. And then one of them I told him, he said, it ain't about the looks. I said, well, God damn. So y'all could be around here thinking because you pretty and you fine and you got your body done and you got your lips done and you got all this done and thinking he ain't gonna cheat on you. The devil is a lie. Oh, they cheat. They don't care. They don't care. That's the ones they want. The ones they talk about like a dog. Girl, please. He was dragging for her. I don't want that girl. I don't mess with that girl. All the while, that's your supervisor. Here, I didn't found out y'all didn't have sex on the work truck, in the work truck. Got to be more careful. No pretty don't matter no more. They ain't worrying about how pretty you is. Girl, please. The ugly girls get all the motion. The big girls too. How about that? Anytime at one time, it used to be where the ugly men used to have to pay because they know they ain't attractive. You know what I'm saying? So if the ugly man wanted a pretty girl, he know he got to come out his pocket to knock it, right? But nowadays, the ugly ones, you can't tell them they ain't ugly. If you think you're going to get something out of them because they ugly, they done got tight. It ain't the same. It's not the same. Because they getting it up for their little hair done, their nails done. You know what I'm saying? Unlike me, I might want a pair of Pradas, a pair of Louis Vuittons or something like that. Why I'm going to give you Prada and Louis Vuitton when I can go over here and give her $100 and we done? Nah. Got to be more careful. So the other ones, they have high self-esteem. And the big girls, they have high self-esteem because I'm a living witness. She took my... and he moved in with her. Got to be more careful. And on his driving like his ID is her address. And you think I want to be attached to you, knowing that you got identification at your side chick house? Wow, now that's big. That's diabolical. Boy, please. So most likely, the address that's on your ID, that's the address, that's where you reside at. So all the while, I'm thinking he at work doing his job. Oh, he was doing a job. He was doing a job on a job. Don't let that go over y'all head. So a lot of y'all women that know y'all husband got jobs and they work around women. Women, most likely they didn't slept with people on the job. Don't let that go over your head. Most likely they didn't slept with their co-worker. You got to be a very strong man not to sleep with your co-worker. Hey, Queen, we love you more. You got to be a very strong individual, a very strong man to work around a bunch of women and not sleep with them. Because 80% of the men that work around women then slept with their co-workers. All the men that I ever talked to before, all of them, even though you're not supposed to sleep with your co-worker, all of them that I didn't talk to before then slept with women, and men sleep with people on the job. They didn't snuck and slept in the bathroom. I mean, they not slept and had sex in the bathroom and all that. So to some of y'all women be like, oh, he on his job and he went to work and all that. He ain't cheating. They cheat on their job. I'm good, Queen. How about that? They cheat on their job. So to you, be like, oh, he go to work every day. He don't be out there doing this and doing that. Girl, yeah, right. You got to be very mindful before you be talking about, you know. Just say you trust him and you hope and pray that you never find out that he cheated on you before. Like your girl said, if you got a good man, you better hold on to him. If you got a good man. If you got a good man. Because right now, the way life is right now, I'm going to say, I believe that a man, especially a man with money right now, he can have at least 3 to 4 women or maybe 5. Right now. And they're going to go along to get along. They're going to know each other and act like they don't. And they're gonna mess with them. Even with all the stuff that's going around in the world. Even with all the stuff that's going on in the world, like disease and all that kind of stuff there. Because some people just feel like they're untouchable. But they got women feel like, well, I ain't worrying about that. I ain't worrying about her. A man with money, that's dangerous. So if you got a man with money, the best thing to do is have your own money. That way you ain't got to take no shit off him. You ain't got to put up with that disrespectful ass shit if you got your own. But some women deal with that shit because they feel like they got to deal with it. Not I. Or you gonna deal, or you gonna take that because, oh, he the man, or he got money, or he this. Nah, girl, please. Because he have money, he's supposed to still have respect for you. Yeah, I spoke to somebody today about the read on here. She was telling me about the super chat, and they was trying to explain to me how it go. Yeah, that do shows a lack of respect, and care about yourself. Yeah, money ain't no respect, right? So at the end of the day, but they do have a lot of women, they bow down to men because they feel like, well, he pay all the bills and all that kind of stuff. And they got women that make just as much as him and he still be disrespectful. That's because they have low self-esteem. I'm in a wheelchair and I promise you, I'm not going to just deal with anybody because I'm in a wheelchair. Or I look in the mirror every day. I know who I am and whose I am. But a lot of women, they don't give a damn because they don't care nothing about themselves. And then they passing that shit down to their children, their daughters. How about that? Teach your daughter from a little girl to be independent. And let her know you ain't got to rely. Teach her how to get out there and work and get a good job. You know what I'm saying? Where she ain't got to take no bull crap off of no man. See, if I knew then what I knew now, no telling where I would be. See what I'm saying? But my dad, again, was a pimp. See what I'm saying? But just imagine if I would have been the things that I know now, if I was taught then. See what I'm saying? A lot of stuff I didn't know and a lot of stuff I wasn't taught. See what I'm saying? So now that I'm older, I'm wiser now, and I know everything that I know now is through experience. Yeah, self-respect. Everything, y'all, that I deal with is, and the reason why I could deal with a lot of stuff that I deal with is because through a lot of stuff I dealt with, like, by me going through all the stuff I went through, it was me experience stuff. So I mean, a lot of stuff happened to me where I was going to jail, with this husband that I was with, even though it's a lot of stuff he was doing to me, but I was still trying to save my marriage in the midst of me being married to him. He was mentally abusing me, and I still was being with him, thinking that it's gonna get better, and I want to save my marriage in spite of whatever we was going through, whatever. And I don't think it was so much about me having low self-esteem. It was so much of me like trying to save my marriage, if that makes sense. I was trying to save my marriage, but he wasn't trying to save the marriage. And then when he get caught up in his feelings and he didn't hit rock bottom, then he want, oh, my wife, and I'm sorry, let's try to make it work and all that kind of stuff there. No, the damage is done. And once the damage get done, I was done. Once I take all your shit and bring it to your side piece and put and dump it in front of her door, where if you got your side piece address on your driving license or your ID, that's where you reside. That's where your shit need to be. That's exactly where your shit need to be. And when it started being disrespectful, and then one time when I got stopped by the cops, when the cops pulled me over, right string, wrong yo. When the cops pulled me over, they put the siren on. And that's when I was in my Cadillac and I had tinted windows, but they wasn't real dark. But they have some police, they'll find probable cause to pull you over. Because he didn't have a reason to pull me over, but he pulled me over because I was living in a certain part of, Jefferson Parish, and that's how they do on that side. So when they pulled me over, I put my window down. So I had insurance. Everything was up to par with my car and stuff like that. And he was like, he had them ran my name. This is what they do. They get behind you. They ride you for a block or two. And a whole while, they behind you. They running your license plate. So he was running my license plate. And then when my name came up, I guess he got a red flag that I had a warrant. Attachment and a warrant is two different things. I didn't know attachment is when you miss court, you miss your court date. I didn't know a warrant is when they put a warrant out for you, you never saw a judge and you never been arrested. I never knew that. I just found that out when I got arrested, those times I got arrested. So he ran my name, and my husband is sitting in the passenger seat and I'm driving. So the police asked me for my driving license, and I lived it right around the corner, so I didn't have my driving license. I don't even think I had my purse because I was just going to run to the gas station. Yeah, I was bringing him to the gas station to get some cigarettes that I don't like, that I hate. And when he uses smoke, he'll smoke outside, standing outside or outside of my car, because I cannot stand the smell of cigarette. So before I could turn to go to the gas station, the police had, you already ran my name by my license plate, right? So you know who I was. So when he asked me for my driving license, I didn't have my driving license on me because I live around the corner, and I didn't have my wallet. I just had put some money, in my hand, and I came out the door and I was bringing him to the gas station. So the police came back to the window and he said, he called me by my name, and I said, yes. He said, you have a warrant. So I said, a warrant for what? So mind you, my husband is sitting in the passenger side. He ain't saying nothing. He just quiet. So he said, you have a warrant for a misdemeanor assault with a deadly weapon. I say, a misdemeanor assault with a deadly weapon on who? Because mind y'all, I ain't had been to jail in quite some time. It's been a long time since I had been to jail, right? So I say, well, I'm confused because I'm like, well, I ain't assaulted nobody, not lately, in my mind. I'm like, I ain't never put my hand on nobody. I ain't never did nothing to nobody like that. I'm like, it can't be me. It must be somebody else in my mind. But homeboy is sitting his duck ass in the passenger seat the whole while. He know what he did, right? So when the man said I had a warrant, it never dawned on me what the warrant was for. So mind you, instead of letting them tow my car, the police followed me. He said I didn't have my wheelchair. My wheelchair was at my house, in the driveway. So the police said, I'm gonna follow you to your house. And he followed me to my house, got my wheelchair. And I don't know what made me release my car to my husband at the time. I released my car, my cell phone, my keys, and my purse was inside. Now, mind you, he ain't recovered. But mind you, he used to be doing crack and drugs, but he wasn't on it at that time that I know of, because he hadn't got off, because he had got clean. He always get clean and then relapse. And he a real nice looking man when he clean himself up and he not on drugs. But when he on drugs, he lose a lot of weight, and you could tell when they're on drugs. So the police bring me to jail. So they bring me to jail. And when I get to the jailhouse, I find out that I'm in jail because him and his side piece put a charge on me. So when they told me who put the charge on me, so one day my husband was in my car with the woman he was cheating on me with. This is the third husband. So I tried to ram the car. I did. Because he didn't want to stop. So he didn't want to stop. And I was like, either you going to put her out, and Lord forgive me, I thank God that I didn't hurt nobody. I said, either you going to put her out, or I'm going to make sure you and her get out like that. So, but I didn't ram her side. I rammed his side. I rammed the car to try to stop him from moving the car. It wasn't right, but it was my car. I felt like that's our car, and she shouldn't be in there. So I wind up calming down after I rammed the car, and I let him go. I said, all right, go ahead on, I'm tired. You know, it was like, you won't be with her, just go ahead on, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead. I hadn't got fed up, and I built enough courage to just let him go. So come to find out, that's how I get a charge. And I didn't know till months later, 6-7 months later, until I got pulled over. He never told me that him and his girl put a charge on me. So mind you, he dropped the charge. He didn't show up. So just because you don't show up at court, don't mean the charge that they had on me, the state picked it up. So when the state picked it up, that means even though they had a high charge on me then, right? Yeah, y'all hit the like button. Well, we do have 16 likes, and they say 8 people in here. So the state picked the charge up. So he didn't show up. He was in his little feelings and all that kind of stuff. That boy, nobody ain't trying to hear all that. You had to put a charge on me that probably could have caused me to go and do some time, because that was a serious charge. So I went to court. So the district attorney who work in my behalf, the people who work for the, the defender and the public defender and all that kind of stuff, they was trying to get the charges dropped. They said no. So they didn't drop the charges, but they dropped it to a lesser charge, which was a misdemeanor. And the misdemeanor have stipulations. We're going to drop it to a misdemeanor, but you have to go to anger management. So I had to go to anger management classes for a couple of days, for like about a month. because of him and her. And one day I tried to move in an apartment. I tried to get me an apartment, something like that. And they denied me because of that misdemeanor charge. So from then on, I was done and I was supposed to be fed up. But no, I felt sorry for him again later on down the line because he was all cleaned up and all that kind of stuff there. You know what I'm saying? And I called myself trying to make it work again until I said, you know what? Enough is enough. And I went out of town by my daughter for, I think, for like a weekend or something like that. Came back, my car was broken into, and my house was broken into, and it was him. And when I went in the 7th Ward, around the corner, the block boys by the store where they was selling and doing their little slinging, the block girls had my shoes on. So I said that to say it was times where my family, they got involved, and I still went back. But I had to have enough. When it got to the point to where he asked me, can he have some water? Give me a bottle of water. Come to my house. I said, just go ahead on about your business. Just leave me alone. Just go ahead on about your business. But I'm sorry, you know, and all that kind of stuff there. So I said, all right, let me crack the door. I'm gonna give you a bottle of water. So I cracked the door. I gave him a bottle of water. So where I was living at in an apartment, I had bought me a brand new comforter. It was a king size comforter. It was all white. It was pretty. And it was sitting right there in between the counter and the living room. So my door was cracked. When I went to the refrigerator to get the water. Oh, Lord, thank God I could laugh now. So don't y'all know when I went and got the water, he ran inside, snatched the comforter, and took off running. Lord have mercy, Jesus. He snatched the comforter because they have the little thing that you hold. Snatched the comforter and took out running. Girl, you would have thought I was a track star in a wheelchair. Yes, I went outside and jumped in my car and followed him and chased him down. And he running in between the cars with the comforter. I'm trying to track him now. He going running up the street with the comforter. I'm trying to block him in between cars. I'm trying to block him in between the cars. He doing like this, ducking on the side of the cars and all that with the comforter. All you see is the comforter, and you see his head ducking. And guess what? I heard that little verse, Jehovah verse, and he said, "Bring your ass on." He didn't say it like that, but he was like, "Go home, just let him have it." So y'all, I had to give up on that comfort. I said, you know what? I'm tired. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I said, Lord, I'm so tired. I said, Lord, just give me strength. Please, Lord, give me strength just to leave this man alone. Please. You know, but there was a lot of things that I really, really loved about him because, you know, we used to have our good days. And, you know, like when he had money and he wasn't on drugs and stuff like that, he always was good to me and stuff like that. Like when he'd go to work, because he was working for Sewage and Water Board, he'd give me his whole check and stuff like that. You know, in spite of his imperfection, he still was good. I think that's why I kept giving him a chance. But the addiction that he had, he couldn't overcome the addiction. And then by him being in jail for 20-some years, 27 years, I think that he really was like mentally messed up in a lot of ways, but I couldn't save him. You know what I'm saying? It was some stuff that I was dealing with mentally. And, you know, I'm trying to deal with what I'm dealing with mentally. And I can't deal with your stuff that you dealing with and deal with what I'm dealing with. But I was willing to like make it work several times in spite of, whatever we had been through. And then it was the drama with the sisters and the sisters and then, trying to convince the mama, and all that kind of stuff. There was a whole lot of stuff that I was dealing with, and enough was enough. You know what I'm saying? And it just was crazy, and I was like, you know what? If he bought me stuff, he'll, break in the house and steal it, and all that kind of stuff there. But at the same time, I tried, but it was a bit too much. When you start stealing from me, and now to this day, when I go to get my purse or I go to get my shoes, and I think about, one of my Fendi purses gone, one of my Gucci purses gone, a couple of my shoes gone. It's a lot of stuff that I had accumulated that I could never get back because it's stuff that I had for decades that they don't even make no more. And when I think about it, like when I got out of jail, my cell phone, he had then sold my iPhone, my Magnolite pots was gone, and my shoes and my purses and some of my clothes, a lot of my stuff was gone. And then had the nerve to be, when I got out of jail, I could not find him. I had to locate my car, track my car down. And when I called my car phone, he answered the phone, and I was like, if you don't bring me my damn car. And when he brought me my car, he was with that sad shit, oh, I'm sorry, and this and that, and I'm sorry I did this and this and that. And you know what? I just was like, Lord, I'm done. And I'm just give me the strength to just move on, and it was like, I think by me having the heart that I have, I gave him too many chances. And because I kept on believing in my heart that that's not who he is. You know what I'm saying? And I kept on like, wanting him to change because I saw something in him. You know what I'm saying? In spite of all that happened to me with him, it's just like I just kept on seeing something, and I never really gave up on him until I got tired. And I said, you know what? Enough is enough. You can't save nobody that don't want to be saved. In spite of me not being with him, and I found out he had his own apartment and stuff like that. I brought him a TV, to his house, and brought him, pillows and blankets and stuff like that. Even though I wasn't with him, I still was willing to help him because I know that really wasn't him. I know it was a spirit and a demon that he was dealing with. Some people can't overcome a certain situation, and some people are not stronger than others. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to talk to him all the time. And I used to be saying, look how you look, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, when this dude put on his clothes, he looked like a model when he put on his clothes, and he looked good. You would never think he on drugs. You would never think that he was around here, with HIV or none of that, because it's the way, he would carry himself. And he wasn't even on no medicine or nothing like that. And you wouldn't even tell the times that he went on his medicine. Big buff, big fine, looked like he just came from out of, out of jail with the finger waves in his head and stuff like that. I mean, nice looking guy, stuff like that. But you wouldn't even think that he is mentally messed up. And it's some tears that I would never be able to wipe away, because it'll be time that me and him will be talking, and he'll just be crying. And, and he'll say at one time, when he was in jail for so long, he said it came to the point that he didn't even want to come home. He said he didn't even want to come home from jail. You know what I'm saying? So somebody say that he's in jail, incarcerated right now. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, now his mom is not here anymore, and that was more like without having me and his mom, it's like he don't have nobody. But he do have his sister. He got one sister that always, like, she would never, like, throw him under the wolves. You know what I'm saying? You got that one sister that's going, in spite of your imperfection, I know you my brother, and I'm going to look out for you. You know what I'm saying? He got a sister that's really like genuine, and he got another sister. His other sister, she be there for him too, but that other one, that oldest one, she is too controlling, her right there. And they don't see eye to eye, because she try to control everybody. She is just a controlling person, her. And then she, one of them people that I think the people that, psychology, I think she's a psychology or something like that. That's what she do, or something like that. But that's why I think I gave him so many chances and stuff like that, because I felt like I saw something in him, and I was like, I in my mind, I felt like he wasn't the person that when he got on drugs, you know what I'm saying? It's like he was fighting demons and stuff like that. And then I started hearing other stuff about him and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Enough is enough, and I'm done. And when I said I was done, I was done. I asked him, and if he walk in the street or something like that, I give him like $5 or $10 or something like that, in spite of whatever he did to me, I still had love in my heart for him. But for us, I love him, but I'm not in love with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate him in spite of whatever, he did. And the stuff that he have did to me, I still don't have hate in my heart. But for as me wanting to be with him, I don't ever want to be with him ever again in life, because I feel like it's a lot of things that I gave him numerous chances. And I feel like even though it was the drugs and the sex and all that kind of stuff there, I feel like it's some stuff that no matter what, he'll never. And now that his mama not here, I thought when his mama passed away, that was going to make him like get off of drugs. And I thought that was going to make him a better person. But it didn't change him. It didn't change him losing his mama. It didn't change him. So now, I don't know. I heard he was incarcerated for assault on a police officer or something like that, and by him having a record, all I could do is just pray for him and pray that he get his life, life right or whatever. But I know deep down inside, he got some real spirits that be taunting him. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that he deal with mentally, and I deal with my own mental stuff, but it was a lot of good in him, as well as, him doing what he was doing and all that kind of stuff there. And I try to make the good outweigh the bad, but it couldn't. It couldn't. It couldn't. Right, even when it break our heart and our spirit, and I was just trying and trying and trying until I couldn't try it no more, and I was like, you know what, at the end of the day, and it was one time, so he was like, so you just gonna give up on our marriage, you're not gonna try to make our marriage work and stuff like that, because I know dude really loved me and stuff like that, but I think he have a sex addiction. I think he like to have sex a lot with a lot of different, like some men like that. They just know no matter how much you please them, like for us in the bed with sex. I don't think that was it's never enough for him. I think he a sex fanatic. I think he just this type of person where he, or whatever, got to be out there and just have sex and drugs and all that kind of stuff there. And nah, life ain't just based upon you out there being out there. Sex what got you what you have. See what I'm saying? And you thought that would have stopped him, but no. And I thought after his mama passed away, he was going to change, but he didn't, so he didn't. And a lot of people know, that he was cheating on me and stuff like that. And they think that I didn't know him, but I knew, you know what I'm saying? And when I found out, I left him a couple of times and I was like, I don't want to be with you no more. I'm done with you and stuff like that. And then he'll go into rehab and he'll get his stuff together. And I find out that he's doing good in the rehab. Then he had several good jobs, but he never kept them, because once he get a couple of paychecks, that's all going to the dope man. And once that happened, that was a wrap. But at one time, I used to get all his check. Like when he worked, he'll come home and like, he'll go my check. And then that will work for like probably a month or two. And then after that, you ain't getting no coming home from work. You just out there just, Friday or whenever you get paid, Thursday or whatever, you'll never see him. Probably till Monday when the check is gone. So, of course, I was like, I'm done. I was done with that, because I had then already been through a lot of stuff with my first husband already. But the second husband, I ain't give him a chance. I divorced him so fast, I ain't give him a chance. I found out he was lying and everything he was lying about with his kids and stuff like that. Talking about he was in the military and all that kind of stuff there. I got rid of him fast, real fast. So I can't say nothing bad about the other husband. You know what I'm saying? I can't say nothing really bad about him. I can't really sit down and elaborate on. That's why you don't hear me talk about the other one. I talk about the ones that brought me through the ringer. And so I feel like the first one, you married the woman that almost unalived me. right? And then the third one, you did what you did. You know what I'm saying? So when you wear the options out, I'd be like, I told the third, I said, you worse than the first one. The first one, he ain't put the pum in her hand and say, go it on and do this to my wife. She did that. That was her choice. See what I'm saying? And a lot of people feel like, well, you know, he married her and all that kind of stuff there or whatever. For whatever reason, you know, he felt like he needed to marry her after she did what she did to me. That's between him, her, and Jehovah. How about that? That's on them. But I'm not going to stop living my life because of other people, you know. And at the end of the day, you know, it's a lot of stuff that I still be dealing with, like on the outside, you know. Just think about me on a holiday, you know. Just think about I enjoy myself on a holiday because I'm over all the stuff that but what about the holidays that I didn't enjoy myself? What about the holidays that I didn't even want to be a holiday? See what I'm saying? What about the days when the days came around and you got to think in your mind as a woman, as a good woman, I was a phenomenal woman. I was a good wife. What about when the holidays come around and you got to think about, I used to think about him and her. Cause they playing house and the children is over there for the holiday and all that. I don't think about that shit no more. I don't even care about that no more. But just remember that I'm a woman. See what I'm saying? So when that happened to me and they started doing their little holidays and then my children would be with their daddy and they doing the family thing and all that kind of stuff, that just put your life, just think about if it was you. Let me say that. Just think about if it was you. To the women out there, just think about how would you feel as a woman, and like when some other women, they just empathize. I don't want no sympathy, but empathize. Just think like, damn, that's a lot. That's a lot. When you was like, I was standing up. This was the man that I was married to. And then, boom, I get hit in the back and get paralyzed for the rest of my life, as they say, the rest of your life. And he go off and married a woman that almost took your life. Thank you. Thank you, Nola girl. Queen. So just think, that's a lot to think about. You know what I'm saying? Like tomorrow, the holidays, you know, I know my daughter, she got her own house. My son, he have his own house. But who to say they're not going to be one big family around each other? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can't be bothered by that. I'm over that. Now, at one time, I used to cry because that shit used to hurt me. Because in my mind, I felt like, well, damn, you know, that was my life. That's my family. And literally, I had to deal with that for years. Just remember, my children, I've been in a wheelchair for 31 years. Come January, my children are 31, 32, 33, and 42. Do the math. If he been with her ever since my children was babies, just imagine graduation, every graduation, holidays. Put yourself in my shoes as a woman. And I survived all that. So you think I'm going to let that bother me? I'm good. At one time, I didn't know that you reap what you sow. In my mind, they doing this, they enjoying life and this and that. And I was literally crying, wasn't going nowhere, putting up a facade, making it seem like I'm happy when I'm not. Right? They was acting happy. And they was playing family with my children and grandchildren. Thank you, Queen. That was my everyday life. When I got married to that man and gave him 2 children, a son and a daughter, I wasn't planning on being with nobody else. And I thought about that. And I also thought about, well, if you would have never did what you did, I probably wouldn't have wound up with HIV either. And who to say? Because he was cheating too. But fair exchange ain't no robbery, and it is what it is. But as a woman, and women have the nerve to be jealous of the things that God blessed me with, I suffer for that. I went through hell and high water. So everything I get, I feel like I deserve that. And I deserve respect from my children. Thank you for the flowers back at you, Queen. I don't deserve to be mistreated by my grandchildren. And when I look on social media and I be saying, you know, my son be posting his daddy and posting the stepmama, and then, you know, the daddy then held my grandchildren, our grandchildren, more than me. That part right there, Queen. And when I look at my little granddaughter and she do certain things and make certain faces, that's every bit of me. And my grandchildren don't even know me. You mean to tell me a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, I missed all that? Their first parties because of their stupidity, but the daddy didn't. The stepmama didn't. And that's the thanks I get. I raised my children from a wheelchair. And I ain't miss a beat. Thank you, Queen. I ain't never missed a beat. And they can't never sit down and tell nobody I neglected them. Never. I put my life on the line for my children. I bent over backwards for my children. Their daddy was gone 12 years. I was at the football games, softball games, any type of sports they wanted to be involved, anything they wanted to be involved in at school, I was there. Graduations, I was there. Do y'all know what it's like when I'm sitting right here by myself and the woman that shot me sitting 2 seats over there with my husband? Do y'all know what that's like? Do you know that's like somebody putting a knife in your back and they taking family pictures and you sitting right there and you got to eat that shit because she didn't try to unalive you, and now they playing house with your children. Got to be more careful. And they mad, but that was my life. And now I am strong and I thank God every day. I don't cry like I used to about that. I cry tears of joy because I overcome. Oh, but I cried many days and many nights. And oh, when their daddy was almost unalive, when his partner almost unalive him, and he got 5 bullets, I didn't boast and brag. And people was like, oh, you see, he got it. At the end of the day, that's still my children's father. And I ain't want to see nothing happen to him. But see how that thing came back around. His friend tried to unalive him. That part right there. His friend, his partner, try to do you exactly what was done to your wife. That part right there, queen. So why all these other queens around here? Because I call y'all queens, because y'all don't know y'all queen. Around here judging and trying to talk about me. Let me see if you could go through everything that I've been going through and still stand. Literally. From college graduates. From my daughter getting married. On the cruise. Feeling like an outcast at your daughter's wedding. And they take family pictures. And everybody treating the stepmama who almost unalive the real mama like she's the mama. But there's a God up above to give you strength. And he said, I never leave you nor to forsake you. And I never put more on you than you could bear. And he knew I could bear it. So I tell the devil, come on with your best shot, because guess what? You ain't going to win. You let me go. You had me when I was in the world, when I was for the streets. Now I'm not for the streets. And I'm not in the streets. So all that, the graduations, everybody's showing much love over there because the daddy got money. The daddy got A-Rap money. So that means the daddy got power. But he ain't got more power than King Jesus. Because he said, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. So I don't care what it look like on the outside. Y'all could be together to that do y'all part. That don't mean y'all gonna be happy, because one day y'all gonna be apart. So to Miss Thing, who says she'll never tell me she's sorry, it's okay. I still forgive you. But I do know deep down inside, you got to live with what you did. Like I had to live with the things I did. And go over and tell that pickaboos. How about that? You know how much time then passed with me and my grandchildren? Yo, this shit is so twisted. This is a movie in itself. My oldest grandson, his grandma, is friends with the one who unalived me. Y'all need me to say it again? Y'all ain't confused, huh? My oldest grandson, grandma, is friends, her so-called best friend. My oldest grandson, grandma, is best friends with the one who tried to unalive me. It get deeper than that. My youngest grandchildren, grandmother, is friends with my ex-husband, ex-girlfriend. I'm going to say it again. My grandchildren, by my son, which is my youngest grandchildren, their grandmother is best friends with my ex-husband, ex-girlfriend, who took the stand on me. And they allow her to christen my grandbaby. So now, the other grandma is against me too. Wow, that's diabolical. I can't even get rid of these bitches. And all of them team up against me. And they don't even like each other. So now the one who was going with my ex-husband, he married me first. And now he got married again second. So the girl who he was with before me, the first wife, and the second wife, he was with you, boo, before he married both of us. And he ain't never married you. And now you became the godmother of his grandchild. Gots to be more careful. Now, why would you want to be my grandbaby's godmother? Oh, because your friend, baby daddy. That's the excuse you use? Because that's your best friend, daughter, children. Or is it because that's the man that you still in love with? And you know, if you christen his grandchild, you looking at him when you look at but no, my grandchildren look just like me, bitch. So when you look at my grandchildren, you're looking at me. But why you want to christen my grandchildren? So you could think about that man you was fucking before you got married twice on here. Always a bridesmaid and never a bride. Got to be more careful. So every time they have function, there's all these crabs in a barrel. And all you bitches don't like her over there in the wheelchair, and y'all don't even like each other. But we gonna act like we do when we don't. But we don't like her. So the other grandma is friends with the ex-girlfriend. And the other grandma of the other grandchild is friends with the new wife. Wow, that's big. So what make you wanna christen a married man that you used to mess with before he got married twice? What make you would want to christen his grandbaby? Got to be more careful. I'm just trying to understand. And then you took the stand against the first wife, for the second wife. You know why you took the stand against me, the first wife, for the second wife? Because you were still fucking him. Wow. So that let me know he cheated on me. And I know for sure he cheated on her a couple of times. Because little did she know, some of the ones that was in the wedding he was fucking. Don't let that go over your head. So to you peekaboo bitches on here, did y'all know that? Since y'all say I be talking about the same stuff all the time. No, bitches, more than that. To you bitches out there that think, oh, he went and got married and he don't love her. Look at my hand. Look at this finger. He don't love her. Let me take my glass. That's what y'all think? Okay. Okay. But let me put y'all on something. When a man go through all that effort and show off and stunt to prove a point to the woman that he with and act like he hate the woman that he was with, who he was in love with, infatuated with, just think about that. And then he get married after she tried to unalive his wife. Well, why the fuck he ain't marry you before you tried to unalive the wife? That's something to think about. Because deep down inside, to be real in the real world, if you would have never tried to unalive the wife, he was gonna never leave her. You was still gonna be a side bitch, a Jezebel. No matter what way y'all look at it, he married his side bitch. I don't give a fuck if it's 50 years. I don't care where they go. I don't care what they do. I don't care how much money they have. Remember, you was a side bitch. He divorced his wife and married his side bitch. Wife number one. So I'm always talked about and thought about. No matter how long it been. And it been about to be 31 years in a minute. But I'm still all up in your fucking house. Even when I'm not there, I'm still there. Even when they look at Lil Annie, that little girl is a split image of me. And every time y'all look at her, that's Lil Annie. God is awesome. God is awesome. God said, you ain't got to be there in the physical realm. But I guarantee you, you're going to be there in the spiritual realm. And every time that little girl walk through there and turn her head, and when she turn around and walk, when she enter the door, they looking at her grandma. Got to be more careful. I'm there when I'm not there. So y'all could put up a facade. Always so happy, always and post your pictures and all of that and do all of that. I'm unbothered by that. At one time, I was. As a woman, a real woman, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I tossed and turned a many days in a minute. I wanted to crawl up under a fucking rock and didn't even want to come out because I'm human. Oh, but look at God. Weeping do for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So to all you bitches out there that's teaming up on me, just know that sooner or later, that same fucking ladder that high horse that you're on, I'm gonna see y'all coming down while I'm still going up. He ain't never left me. In the midst of my imperfection and all the things y'all brought me through, I'm still here to talk about it. That's why I could put a smile on his face. Because y'all out there, y'all be trying so hard. Girl, when you see me, you grab that nigga arm like he about to take off and fly. For what? Because if you secure about yourself, You wouldn't even give a fuck about me, even when I roll up. But when you see me, you grab that nigga, that Negro. You grab him because you're intimidated. And you have a right to be. And the book gonna tell you should be. Even on your job as a nurse. And you're a charge nurse. So that means you over the other assistants. You're a charge nurse. But guess what? Those little women that you're in charge with, they know what you did. They know what you did when you be sitting at your desk and you in charge and you be off to yourself. And all them little women be shooing. You know why? Because they know what you did. And they know it was fucked up. They know you shot a woman, try to unalive over her husband, and now you with him. And you be talking about your stepchildren, huh? Wow, now that's big. His only biological children. I give you that because you've been around them since they was kids. But you'll never take the place of their mama. You'll never be their mama. I'm going to always be their mama. But I respect the fact that you say that's your stepkids. But just remember, that's still Aunt May's kids. How about that? So y'all be saying, like when I went to the hospital, and the nurses and all of them came in there and they was evaluating me and they asked me certain things about my life. And I found out that you worked at the same hospital that I was in. And I started talking about what happened to me. And you called my ex and you called people and told people I was talking about you on your job. I was. Because they thought you was good at two shoes on your job. They had no idea that you had been unalive a woman over her husband. Almost unalive a woman over her husband on your job. But you calling him and telling him what that was supposed to do. What that was supposed to do. He was supposed to shut me up. That ain't gonna never happen. Never. It was the truth, right? I didn't lie on you, right? And to this day, I'm still not lying on you. I would never lie on you. But I heard you say to somebody, you would never tell me you sorry. And I say, it's okay. Because I'm stronger now. I'm wiser now. I don't care now. But I's going to tell a story. And I's not going to lie on you. Neither him. So, to all your women out there that always try to ridicule me and go, oh, her old ass and this and that, girl, y'all not a patch on my ass. Y'all could never deal with half of the stuff I didn't deal with. Y'all probably lose your mind. Y'all probably wanna unalive yourself. I never did. Never. That thought never came to my mind, in spite of whatever I've been through in my life. Because I know who I am. And I know whose I am, like I always say. He's the Alpha and Omega. And he supplied my each and every need. And if money could have made me walk again, I would have been walking. And I probably would have been got my leg back. But me getting my leg back ain't going to allow me to walk again. So what's the problem? So all I'm going to do is just live my life and sit back and get old and watch people get their coma back. Because I got mine. So what makes you different? Oh, he says only certain people. Only certain people that do stuff get punished. That ain't what he said. He said you reap what you sow. And that's for everybody. He said what you do unto others, others do unto you. That go for everybody. So what makes you think you exempt? What makes you think you different? What makes you think you got away with what you did? We only get by, we don't get away. It could be 50 years. We get it back. But the good part about it with y'all is y'all keep shit hush hush. Y'all know how to keep a secret. Y'all ain't telling nobody what y'all going to. Oh, but one day, everything out in the openness, one day, you ain't gonna be able to hide it. I promise you, you ain't gonna be able to hide it. Jehovah wouldn't be who he is if he don't let the world see. Everybody got to get it back. When it come back, you don't know how it's coming back, but you gotta get it back. See, some of y'all know how to throw the rock and hide your hand and keep shit to yourself and put up a facade and make it seem like life is so good at home and y'all ain't going through nothing. Oh, but if we could be a fly on the wall. Oh, but if we could be a fly on the wall. Wow. You think everybody agree with what you did to me? Because they don't. But you know the cool part about it? When everybody didn't know exactly what happened to me, they was going along to get along. So now what y'all gonna tell them that the truth has been revealed? Now what? Right. No, I received my karma from things that I did. I did things, but I didn't do what she did. So my karma came from when I was jacking and robbing and doing all that. That shit came back on me because somebody robbed me. Somebody jacked me. And when I was 19, I almost unalived somebody. And I got off in the system. That's what I'm talking about. See, people don't know everything. It didn't make it right what I did either. I stood over a man and I emptied all the shelves. And he unalive to this day, but somebody else did it. But that was his MO. See what I'm saying? And when that happened to me, all I could do is go back to what I did to somebody else. That's how life is. Now, what makes her different? What makes anybody different? I could see it. And I take my lick. And I take accountability because I'm transparent. But when you do something to somebody and you tell people I would never tell her I'm sorry and you know what you did was wrong, unjustifiable, that's big. That's big. So when I said karma, everything I did to know better is to do better. Even when he said forgive them because they know not what they do. And it was a time I was out there doing stuff and I didn't know no better. I didn't know that it was going to be consequences and repercussion for everything that I was doing. And some things was given to me. Some things it was like I feel like that's what I had to do when I really didn't. Because I come from a family, well and entrepreneurs and stuff like that. But I wanted things when I wanted. And if nobody wasn't getting it to me when I wanted it, I was going to get it. So it's not good to give your children all kind of name brand and give them what they want and all this, because when you can't give it to them when they want it, they go in and get it. And that's what I did. And I had to be some kind of woman to stand over a man and almost unalive him. And then go to the hospital and try to put all the other females out the hospital. And then when he get out, wait for him and take him back home. Because I didn't care. I didn't even care about a man. Like, if you play with me, that's what I mean when I say karma. That's why, Queen, I say when people come and they believe that they didn't heard everything, it'll take a couple of days and hours. When they interview me and I be on people platforms and people, be on like talk shows and all that, they got to run more than one show because they wouldn't even be able to get it all. Because it's deep. They ain't even a half. That's how I find. That's why I say the picture that I post on Instagram with me standing up next to the guy. The picture wasn't about the guy. The picture is about me standing up. See what I'm saying? And not bragging. That was back then, me trying to show these young girls, y'all talking about me as Miss Ann. Them tennis I had on was Gucci tennis. I had the Gucci socks on, the Gucci skirt, the Gucci shirt from the Gucci, not no knockoff shit. But I'm trying to show them that I've been doing this shit. I ain't got no point to prove to nobody, but I'm trying to let these young girls know this how I was coming. But look at what happened to me when I was out there jacking and robbing. So the picture wasn't about somebody's husband that I'm on a picture with, because that dude don't get out the way with me, and I don't get out the way with him, and I don't disrespect his wife. She another queen just like me, and she beautiful, and she know who she is, and she not insecure. But I listen to, it's a 500,000 views. And I listen to all the comments, not all of them, reading the comments, and they saying all kind of stuff and all that kind of stuff there. And I'm like, I might have answered about 1 or 2 or 3 of them. But at the end of the day, you're entitled to your opinion. But girl, we dealing with, if his wife had a problem with me posting a picture, she would have came in on it. But at the end of the day, the guy, I already talked to the family and certain people before I even post the picture. So I was sending a statement and I was letting them know, and anybody with common sense to be like, well, damn, this is a picture of her when she was walking. That's why it means so much to me. I was standing up and I was walking. But people are so ignorant, so they weren't about me spelling no, K-N-O-W, no disrespect, instead of putting N-O. So they trying to correct my grammar and say, well, I know how to do this and know how to do that before you want to say it. Girl, it is what it is. Y'all know what I meant to say. If I put N-O, y'all still would have had something to say. So the picture went over a lot of people's head because people was on there saying, so one day it was like, well, who is these people? If you don't know the people, keep strolling and get off my page. Because the picture is on Ann May's page. If somebody shared it to you, they must have shared it to you for a reason. Or you might be friend of a friend. So if you don't know what the picture is all about, just keep strolling. So to the younger girls that's wearing tennis skirts now, guess when that was? I had to be 19 years old. I had to be 19 or almost 20 when I took that picture. But I'm letting y'all know that I've been doing this. So when I come on here and I start talking, I'm letting y'all know it's real. This ain't no shit I'm fabricating, making up. I live that life. And I'm trying to show y'all it don't matter you fine and you pretty. I was a manipulator when it came down to a man. I'm going to get what I want, when I want it, how I want it. And if you don't get it to me, I'm going to take it from you. And whatever consequence came after that, I was ready. I wasn't just talking about it. I had to go and get my body altered. That's who I was. I wasn't scared of nobody. I had men willing to do anything that I had so much power. I had men, y'all, I can't even tell y'all half of the shit that men was willing to do for me. That's how much power I had. And I ain't going to even incriminate myself, even though it's decades after decades after decades. Whatever I wanted, how I wanted it, and when I wanted it, I got that. I was all on an airplane, and the pilot was in love with me. And he just didn't know. He thought I was that girl, and I was that girl. But if he would have found out, he would have got the shock of his life. That part right there, don't let that go over your head. I'm all on the highway with drop-top cars, state troopers pulling me over because they won't be with me because I was that girl. Coming from Atlanta to New Orleans to Atlanta. I wasn't just talking about it. I was that girl. And I knew by me being fine and pretty, I wouldn't let nobody take advantage of me. So I was carrying me a pum and wasn't scared to use it. And when I go be with a man and he talk about, and the guy back talking about unalive her, I had the pum under the pillow. And when we finished, I pulled it out like, who you about to unalive? Not this one. And I got receipts, human receipts. Because the majority of the people I talk about, they're still alive. How about that? So when I tell y'all, I take my L, I'm transparent, and I take accountability because I know what it's like to be out there hustling, jacking, robbing. I did that, but I thank God nobody ain't never lost their life in the process of me jacking and robbing. I still had a heart. But I take your money. You know why I was taking their money? The older men money? Because they ain't had no business trying to be with a young girl, trying to fuck her. No, you ain't had no business in the street trying to give a young girl money for sex. No, I promise you something. Pull out your wallet with all your money and take off your clothes. And when you take off your clothes, your fucking wallet go in your drawers and your pants and everything. Now, who you gonna call? Must be Ghostbuster because you can't call the police. How about that? How about that? Ain't no fabricating. Everything I say it is, and it is what I say it is. And I can vouch for everything. And that's why I post the pictures that let some of them little young women, some of them little young women out there that, oh, she need to go sit down because they ain't really know who I was. I tried to warn them. Go ask your fucking mama. Better yet, go wake up your ancestors and ask them who Aunt Mays was and see if they're going to tell you. Because evidently, you little fucking girls don't even know. Y'all don't even have a fucking clue. Y'all around here just throwing y'all pussy a party. When you supposed to be valuable. It's supposed to be valuable. At least I can say if a man say he was with me, at least he can't say I ain't getting nothing out of him. And out of all the men I've been with, the ones who I took their money, they ain't fucked me. But I took their money. If it was one that I wanted to sleep with, excuse my expression, that was my choice. But most likely all the ones I been with, if I ain't consider him as my old man or my boyfriend, I was only in it to win it. And I won. And meaning won is because I got what I wanted. And it wasn't altering nobody. I ain't had to go get my breasts done, my butt done, my lips done. I ain't had to wear weave hair. I ain't had to do none of that. Just be who the fuck I was. And I got what I wanted. So all that shit, y'all see me, Mercedes, all this. I've been doing all that shit when I was 19 years old, 15 years. I've been on my own since I got pregnant and had a baby at 16. And I ain't never looked back. I've been hustling ever since when I didn't have to. Because my grandmother had a grocery store. All us had a job. We ain't never had to go work on a white man job. Because my grandmother made sure she had a job for all of us. Even if it was a fucking sweet shop. How about that? How about that? So while y'all be out there passing judgment, y'all bitches could never walk in my shoes. And right now, they don't even hit the slab. Right string, wrong yo-yo. How about that? In spite of my imperfection and everything I've been through in life, he still got his hands on me. So y'all keep on thinking y'all praying on my downfall and not wanting to support and all this. Watch how fast my YouTube channel shoot to the roof. Because it's coming. It's coming. It should be funny to me. Because I'd be like, well, damn. The people that I was on their live, that I thought had love for me, I was on their YouTube channels and all that, and they know who they is. I said, y'all made y'all money. Y'all ate off of me. And I'm about to eat off of y'all. I'm eating off of y'all. Not about to. So if they never come over here and wave their fucking hand or show me the love that I showed them, it don't matter. Because I did what God allowed me to do. It's support. Even if y'all don't never support. How about that? How about that? Because God is good in my life. So tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And some of y'all going by in-laws that don't even like y'all. But y'all still going. Just be very mindful when you go in somebody's house that don't like you. You're going into a spirit. Because if somebody don't like you, why the fuck you want to go in their house or be around them? I'm just saying. Because if you don't like me or I don't like you, why the fuck we got to be around each other? How can you just like me and want me to trust you? So I'm going to come to your house knowing you don't like me, and I'm going to eat your food knowing you don't like me? I ain't doing that. Oh, you just going to go because your husband going or your wife going. So that's why you going. Wow. For what reason? Or you just trying to go and keep up with your husband or your wife. But if your husband or your wife love you enough, neither one of y'all wouldn't fucking go. Don't let that go over your head. Because if your husband go without you, that tells what type of man he is. If your wife goes without you, that tells what type of woman she is. Because if your wife ain't invited, you shouldn't be fucking invited. So if you go and you separate yourself from your spouse, that's where the fuck you need to be at. You shouldn't have never got married and said vows. Sickness and health, better or for worse. And he said, what I joined together, you know the rest. Oh, that's my mama. Well, that's my daddy. You know, I ain't seen my mama in a while. I ain't seen my dad in a while. He said, what I joined together. That means he joined y'all together and you going there and she not going or he not going, you separating your fucking family for your mama, your daddy, who gives two fuck about your wife or your husband. That's diabolical. That part right there. We both not going. So to you that's on here, or you won't go because you want to show them and you know they don't fucking like you. And your husband know that they don't like you. And your husband need the man to fuck up. Or the wife need the man to fuck up too. Oh, y'all just going just because. When you know they're going to be talking and shoeing and all that shit there. And y'all just be going just because. Just because what? Just because stay the fuck home. Or just because then go get something to eat. Go get something to already cook. What kind of punch y'all be trying to fucking prove to your in-laws? They don't give a fuck about you. Don't give a fuck about them. And even if you got love for them, because God said love them anyway, but love them from a distance. You done been a fool and you gonna be a damn fool? Got to be more careful. How about that? So to you, mister, if you're a man and you on here and you go without your fucking wife, you need to take all your shit and go move in with your fucking mom. And you over there, if you gonna go without your husband, you need to move in with your fucking mama too. If y'all don't have trust, understanding, and communication, the marriage is doomed. It's over. It's deceased. And ain't no coming back when you're deceased. Don't let that go over your head. Because both of y'all made vows. Was y'all listening to the vows? Or was y'all thinking about somebody else while y'all was up there making the vows? Don't let that go over your head either. Because a lot of you motherfuckers got married just to get married while you were still in love with your ex. Wow. Some of y'all still in love with y'all ex and when stood in a church house and said for better or for worse, in sickness and health, and look this man or this woman in their fucking face and still in love with your ex. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Some of you women, y'all feel like, because y'all got them, they're not still in love with their ex. They is. They put up a facade. And they act like that bitch is the worst bitch in the world. I hate that bitch. And somebody even told me that my ex said, don't say that's my ex-wife. That's my baby. Now, why you get offended when somebody say I'm your ex-wife? You know why. You know why. You know why. Y'all gotta watch them Negroes that be mad and angry and act like they hate they baby mamas. And the ex, be very mindful. Remember, The ex, that's who they was in love with. And when they act like they hate him, how you could hate me and love me at the same time? I understand. When they say, bitch, I hate you. You know that hate mean I love you. That hate love. Wow. Wow. You ain't never thought of life like that? The ones who say they hate you. Ooh, I hate that bitch. I wish some. Nah, bitch, because you want that bitch. You love that bitch. You don't hate him. That's what you're saying out your mouth. But deep down inside, way down and all in your soul, you still love that bitch. But you don't want nobody to know that, huh? You want everybody to think that you hate that bitch. I don't like that bitch. He get on my fucking nerve. That's because you still in love with him. Don't let that go over your head. So, because tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and they doing the family things tomorrow, don't ever think you ain't being thought about or talked about. Because at the family gatherings, sometimes people have that tendency to bring up the ex, even if it's children involved. Oh, you sound just like your mama. You talk just like your daddy. Oh, you look so much like your daddy. Oh, you look so, oh, she looks so cute. Oh, girl, you remind me of your mom, your grandma. You thought about. You even talked about. Even when you're not there. Don't let that go over your head. So you ain't got to be there in a physical realm. Because things they do to you, already done to them. God have a funny ways of, oh, God forbid if they pick up their cell phone. I know a lot of times they didn't pick up their cell phone and I popped up. Because I'm all over social media. And they be like, what the God is so awesome. Y'all don't even know how awesome God is. When you think you ain't being, they not thinking you ain't being thought about, you all up in their house. Especially on a holiday. When you hit the door and you got a little mini-me that look just like you. But they missing a picture. That little mini-me that look just like her grandma. You better ask God to protect her and cover her. Because they low-key don't like her. Don't let that go over y'all head. It's dangerous when y'all got children that look like people that they hate and don't like. Because people don't like children either. And children are innocent. But since you look like her, and since that's your daddy, and since that's your mama, I don't even like the baby. And that's sad. Oh, hey, you so cute. Oh, girl, you so cute. Oh, you so fine. Oh, girl, she built just like her grandma. Girl, she looked just like her grandma. So when you're not there, don't ever think that you are not thought about. So if your spouse messed over you in the past, if she messed over you in the past, or he messed over you in the past, vice versa, if you got a son that looks just like you, and she done married somebody else, you all up in this shit. And they can't stand your little son because he looks just like you, or your little daughter. How about that? So y'all got to be very mindful when y'all children go to the relative's house. Because your in-laws that don't like you, some of them don't even like your children. Some of them scream, yell, cuss, and even mistreat your children. And you don't even know it. Because your children are too scared to tell you that they're being mistreated. So I tell y'all all the time to be very mindful of the spirits that you let around your children. Even though you might want to enjoy your life, go out to eat, go different places, get to know the people that you let your kids go around. Because if they don't like you, they damn sure don't like your children. And that go for ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-mother-in-law, ex-son-in-law, ex-grandma, ex-grandpa. If they don't care for you, they still gonna find a way to make it seem like your children, your son or your daughter, just like you. I used to tell my grandson, you trifling just like your mama. And he said, my mom, no, I'm not. So I had to stop saying that because he don't like me to talk about his mama. Because in spite of whatever me and my daughter go through, I don't never want my grandson to feel like I'm a degrade or talk down on his mama, even though she disrespectful. And he know it, but that's still his mama. And if I say something like, boy, you're so trifling like I said, my mama not trifling. Regardless to whether his mama, if his mama could do in his eyes, she don't do no wrong. Because that's a typical child that love their parents. So from me to a lot of y'all, I love y'all. But at the end of the day, just be mindful of where you let your children lay their head at. Even if it's a little girl house. The little girl got a daddy. It could be their little cousin. It could be the little cousin daddy. You don't know what's going on in them people's house. Just because they say we family don't mean you family. And they had some families fuck their cousins and fuck their family. Y'all got to be mindful. And you got to be prayed up and ask God to put a shield of protection over your children and your grandchildren and your damn self and your husband and your wife and your mama and your daddy, even your fucking dog and your cat if you love them. Because we got evil people in this world. Let me break this down to y'all, then I'm going to get off of here. You know how you can tell, and I thank God that they came up with social media. Social media allow a lot of cops to get caught up in street cameras and all that kind of stuff there. It allow a lot of things to be exposed, social media. So with social media, and we all on here, I consider y'all as a queen. I'm a queen and y'all a queen. Every woman on here is a queen to me. That's what I'm saying. And thank God for one of the queens on here. She started me calling everybody a queen every day because she started calling me a queen every day. Every time she'll call me, she'll say, "What you doing, queen?" When she first met me, it was queen this, queen that. And I was like, wow, I've been called a queen before, but not consistent. And every time she talked to me, it's queen this, queen that. And she on here raised, she on here now. And she always called me a queen, and I always call her a queen. Matter of fact, when I went to the store today, I got something for you, queen. So social media allow us to see, for the ones who can't see, but I'm just put y'all on perm. Post a beautiful picture of yourself. Post a picture and you know you look beautiful. And tell me how many likes you're going to get. I bet you all your likes going to come from men instead of women. And I said that to say, there's too many queens in the world to be envious and jealous of one another, but they are. More men gonna like your picture and comment than women. All the women, they gonna say something, oh, that's cute, oh, that's nice. Y'all gotta watch them words, cute and nice. Beautiful, queen, phenomenal, speak volume. But they look cute because people call their children cute when they're ugly, or something cute when they don't like it. But phenomenal, beautiful, queen, that speak volume. But I guarantee you, if you post a picture, all your likes gonna come from a man, the majority of them. And I just thank God, because social media expose a lot of people. Now, if you talking about something negative, or you put some makeup and you put lipstick all around your lips and you got your hair sticking up all kind of ways and you looking crazy and all that, oh, they gonna love that picture because you look like a damn fool. But the minute you boss up and you look like a queen, the majority of your likes coming from a man and not a female. So social media allow us to see people for who they are. I promise you, every queen, when I be strolling, if I don't comment, I make sure I press the love, the heart. See what I'm saying? I make sure I make it my business to make sure if you're on my timeline, I'm going to let you know I've been there. And I'm going to press the heart. And if we interact, then I'm going to let you know how beautiful you are. But we live in a world where women envy of other women. And we shouldn't be like that, because I'm not like that. I want to see women win. But do a lot of women want to see me win? No. But they don't have no control over that. But God loves people that want to see other people win. And if you are a woman like me and you don't want to see another woman win, I don't want you around me, because I don't want those spirits around me. But if you're a queen and I know you're a queen and you're willing to support another queen, then we're going to support each other and we're going to crown one another. And if you need something and I got it, I'm going to be there for you as a queen. See what I'm saying? Why not us embrace each other? And if we got 50 queens and 2 or 3 of them need help, why out of all 50 of us can't put together and say, let's help this other queen? Because we're going to get that back in some. That's what God love people, cheerful givers. He don't love nobody that say, oh, well, I gave you this and I did. I ain't going to say he don't love them, but it's a different love. Like, oh, I did this for you and I did this for you. He don't want you to do something for somebody and then turn around and throw it in their face. All the time he did stuff for us. So if I do something, if I pay a light bill for somebody or help somebody with their corner, I'm supposed to talk about it. That's between me and God because he made a way. But I thank God for social media because he showed us he showed us because at one time I didn't know so many women disliked me. I didn't know so many women was jealous of me. And some of them I least expect. And even me, like when some of my schoolmates and they have parties and all that kind of stuff, then their birthday come up, I didn't give them stuff. But when my birthday come, you think they'll send a message to a baller or be like, well, I'm going to get Ann a gift card or something like that because she always show up or show out. If you my friend and I got love for you, every time your birthday come, I'm going to bring you a cake or something like that. I'm going to make sure I interact with you. I brought a cake to somebody and they didn't even give me a piece. And I was waiting for them. I was waiting to say happy birthday. I was waiting for them to open the cake so they could see how pretty it was. They wouldn't put the cake up and they didn't even say, thank you, I appreciate it. And when they cut it, you think they say, oh, I cut the cake and do you want some or I'm going to cut you a piece? No. But it's okay because I did that from my heart. But God exposed you for who you are. Now I know who you are. And just somebody that I took a liking to and somebody that I had mad love for all these years. And then that one little time, they showed me who they was. So at the end of the day, in March, the Queen's gonna meet up. We gonna go to different cities, and it's gonna be bigger than us. And at the end of the day, we gonna all make sure we put Jehovah first. Every time I come on here, if I can't say nothing about Jehovah and I can't tell y'all what he did for me and the stuff he done brought me, through and brought me out and stuff like that, I don't want to come on here. And every time I do a topic, he give me the topic. I pray about it when I get off here. And I talk to him and I come up with him. Just like the other queen that's on here. She said, let's talk about finance. And we're going to talk about finance. Because a lot of people need to know a lot about finance. See what I'm saying? But I love y'all. And I thank God for y'all. And I don't care. We don't never get, to 3, 4, 5,000 people right now. But they coming. They slowly but surely. And God listening. And he watch. And not in my time. And he wanted to make sure that this is something that I want to do. And he wanted to make sure that I was going to put in work and be persistent. And I promise y'all, I ain't never been so persistent. Like even with the other channels that I have, like Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, I never was like every day. To me, it's like a job. And I promise you, I ain't gonna let y'all down with whatever topic I have. It's gonna be very interesting. I'm not eating off of nobody else YouTube channel. I'm not pulling nobody else information. They might post something and let me know. I got my own thing I'm doing. I'm not copying off of nobody. I'm not posting nobody else stuff my topics come from him. And that's what we talk about. So with that being said, just remember that I love y'all. And in spite of whatever we might be going through, just remember you got a sister over here. And I'm going to give you that love if you willing to embrace the love that I'm willing to give you as a sister. And we ain't got to be blood related to be sisters. Just let me be the sister that God want me to be to you. And I pray that you be the sister that he wants you to be to me. And if we could just keep on, doing what we supposed to do, and it's all right, we gonna win. We all gonna win. It's enough for all of us. I want to be on a bandwagon with sisters that want to go somewhere and make some money. You ain't even got to be in the spotlight, but I'm gonna make sure that we all making money, and it's gonna happen. Y'all see all the men be going from state to state with the great, whatever they call them, a bunch of nice looking men and all that. Why we can't? And we is. I ain't gonna say we can't, but we is. That's what we doing. So I love y'all. Happy Thanksgiving to the people that celebrate Thanksgiving. And don't let nobody steal your joy. When you wake up, just know that and speak life into your life. It's going to be a good day. And when you see the enemy trying to attack you, you got to rebuke. I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. You got to rebuke him. You got to know how the enemy works. He come to steal, kill, and destroy. But when he come, because he coming, he come at us every day. You got to separate yourself. He says, separate yourself and come from among certain people. You can't save everybody. And some people don't want to be saved. So separate yourself. If you're not happy in a relationship, if he's not making you happy and it's discomfort and you not being happy and nothing you do is good enough, you got to move around. Stop telling yourself that you can't survive without this man or this woman. The devil is a lie. And May's doing it. And May's doing it in a wheelchair. Because I know who I am and whose I am. And I know who wake me up every day. When I can't go to sleep, I wake up and I start talking to him. Because sometimes he wake you up in the middle of the night because he want to hear from you. But stressing, that's showing God that you don't trust him. Worry, he already said I will supply you each and every. So why you still worrying? So you don't believe him? He said it in his word. I will supply you each and every need. And he said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So why you worried? Why you stressing? And he's a healer. He left me here with a bullet right here in my chest. And every time the weather change, I can taste it. But I'm still here. So I got a lot to be thankful for. So what about you? Why are you crying over spilled milk? Girl, just get a bone and just wipe it up and keep it moving. Girl, that shit you going through ain't nothing. I had to sit next to the woman that tried to take my life. And then I was woman enough to tell her I forgive her. Wow. You know how many women that say, I ain't saying I don't forgive. Well, you ain't me and I ain't you. And thank God that you're not me. Just think if I would have never forgave, where would I be? Still holding on to that thing. For a reason. That happened 31 years ago. I got to move around. I got to be happy within myself. So why would I keep on holding on? Why would I keep on looking back when I'm trying to get ahead? So to you that say, oh, I would have did this and I would have did that. Girl, you ain't me and I ain't you. We two different people, two different breed of people. So don't let nobody steal your joy. I don't give a damn if that is your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, whoever it may be. You know what's the problem? Hold up, then I'm going to let y'all go. We give people too much power. You give people too much power over your life. Take your power back. Stop degrading yourself. Stop speaking down on yourself. Stop saying what I can't do. Or I can't afford that. Or I can't afford that. I hate when people say that. Because you know what? Anything that I want, I can afford it. And you know why? See that man upstairs? He got all the money. And guess what? You could get things without money favor. Somebody right now could call me that have favor. And I ain't got and I don't need a dime. So take your power back and stop saying what you can't do and what you can't have. When you ask for things, be specific and be very mindful of what you ask for. Because anything that I want, I know who to go to. But I be very mindful and specific. I don't want nobody husband. I don't want nobody else problems. I want what's for me. I don't want to step on nobody's toes. I don't want to mistreat nobody. I don't want to mistreat nobody to get the things that I want. I didn't have to mistreat nobody to get that car outside that I have. I ain't had to mistreat nobody. I ain't had to steal from nobody either. So stop saying what I can't have or I can't afford it. They got people got 2 and 3 jobs and be saying, well, I can't afford a car like that. Girl, please. Some of y'all got money sitting in the bank and y'all don't want to spend it. And when you die, all the money you work for, somebody else gonna spend it. You ever thought about it like that? Your pension, your savings, you saving all that because you're too cheap to buy yourself a new car or buy yourself a house or something that you want, you can afford it. But you tight with yourself. But you'll see Ann with a new house or a new car and be like, I wish I say what? All the money you have and you saying if I shoulda, woulda, coulda? Because you tight with yourself. I wish I would be. Now, if I see things and I can't, if I see something I want, and I'll be like, you know what? I want it, but I don't. Nah, it's just going. If I got shit just sitting in the closet, why add more shit to it when, if I'm not using that purse, that's still brand new, why add another one in there when I'm not using that one? You got to make it make sense. But if I see something I want it, just know I can get it. Because my father said I can have anything that I ask him in his name. So stop beating up yourself. I was supposed to buy me a brand new, I think I wanted to buy a brand new bedroom set, brand new living room set and all that. And I was like, I was supposed to get that for myself. But I wound up helping somebody. It wasn't a big deal. And it's still not a big deal. Because ain't nobody here but me. So whenever I want that new bedroom set, new living room set, they make them every day. I can roll in the store any day and get it. Ain't nothing in this world that I can't have that I don't want, but I be very mindful. I don't want nobody else's husband. And I damn sure don't want nobody that don't want me. Oh, Red State, what city y'all would like us to, y'all can see the comment? Red State, what city y'all would like to see Queen Anne first? What city y'all would like us to come to first? A whole lot of people not on here, but I'm going to ask the question on Instagram. I'm going to ask the question on Facebook. And I'm going to ask the question on TikTok. And I will wear the options out. And we going to see. But even if nobody don't say nothing, we going to come up with what city we chose to be in. If it's Lafayette, New Orleans, Atlanta, Houston, we going to move around because we're on a mission. So I don't know who all's still on here, but I love y'all. And tomorrow is another day. And They call tomorrow Thanksgiving, but every day is Thanksgiving to us. Because it's a Thanksgiving, because we giving and we be thanks every day. It's not just one day out the year to be thankful. I be thankful every day. So every day should be a word come out of our mouth like, Lord, I thank you. Thanksgiving is every day to me. Just it's a blessing to wake up in the morning. So every day is a blessing for each and every one of us. Thank you, my baby. What is that? Elizabeth? Elizabeth? What is that? Lizze. What is that? Lizzie? Well, y'all know I can't pronounce it right, whatever. So I see y'all tomorrow. Is that? I might skip tomorrow since a lot of people gonna be out and about. Yo, I'm gonna skip tomorrow so I don't have to rush and get back home. I'm gonna skip tomorrow and I'll see y'all Friday. Right? So I think I already got one scheduled for Friday already. So I'm not gonna come live tomorrow at 7. I'll just skip Thursday and I'll see y'all Friday. So I love y'all and y'all be blessed. And just know that if God allow you to wake up tomorrow, another day, just be grateful. And don't let nobody steal your joy. If you see somebody trying to steal your joy or trying to attack you or call your phone with that foolishness and all that, just rebuke them. Don't entertain unnecessary foolishness, because when you stress yourself and you worry about stuff that's out of your control, stress kill people. I mean, I ain't literally like want to say that. Stress can literally like put you in a situation where you could almost lose your life by stressing over stuff that you have no control over. So I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. And I'll see y'all Friday. All right. I love y'all. See y'all Friday.